Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rich Reviews. And so, my latest TV show that I want to review for you guys here now comes from Peacock, and this is a 6-part series. And given the fact that serial killers are on the rage these days, and attempt to actually remember so we don't forget about the past, and this is John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise. And he was arrested in 1978 for basically 33 murders and possibly plenty more. And given the fact that in recent years, as I said about serial killers, HBO did one of the Atlanta child murders. HBO did the Ted Bundy and recently the Richard Ramirez thing. And apparently Ryan Murphy is going to be making one about Jeffrey Dahmer, although there is a very fascinating movie called My Friend Dahmer. And this basically opens, I think every episode here has footage from my 1992 interview with John Wayne Gacy talking about this case. And basically this man is a charming sociopath. The person who's interviewing him is Robert Ressler, the man who would write the Mindhunter book. Basically, like a lot of serial killers, these people are a force of nature that leaves a whole lot of destruction in their wake. How he gets caught is basically very simple. Parents of one missing child wrote a piece, basically say, hey, my child's missing. Oh yeah, John Wayne Gacy's a contractor. He was going to literally meet right around the corner to interview for a job, and he never came home. Police sort of begin to tail John Wayne Gacy. And what we come to learn about John Wayne Gacy is that, he had not a very great childhood growing up. Quite possible that he was abused himself. Again, his sister is interviewed here, and like a lot of people who have very infamous brother, they don't really like to talk about it. And like a lot of cops, the cops investigating Gacy weren't looking to make their career off of John Wayne Gacy. They were just tailing a guy. And what we come to learn that the cops learn in general is that, oh yeah, John Wayne Gacy spent time in prison on a sodomy charge. He was supposed to be there for roughly 10 years, but got out after 18 months. One of the prisoners who was there was sort of like, yeah, he sort of spun his own sort of tale about, oh yeah, how he was caught making pornography. He basically gamed a whole lot of people in prison, charmed his way out of prison as well. And when this one prisoner who befriended him, I guess, who testified at his trial later on, came back and told his mother, oh yeah, this guy's totally normal and he's average looking. His mother just sort of said to him, did you expect a devil to be ugly? No, the devils are charmers. There are a lot of talking heads here, and obviously a lot of archival footage as well. At least one Chicago local reporter was like, yeah, I knew when I was at the scene when this local coroner, who obviously appeared on news when a lot of high-profile crimes come aboard, that I knew I was onto something big here. And we interviewed the prosecutors who prosecuted the case, and obviously a lot of the family victims as well. And also, I think one of the things this documentary does, and I think lately a lot of documentaries have tried to show this, is that it shows that the police are basically human beings. That they're fallible, they make mistakes. Yes, there's sometimes incompetence involved, given the fact this was another time and, homosexuality wasn't all that understood. Even some of the victims who survived were sort of stigmatized, and at least at one point, the local reporter here is like, yeah, I talked to the police chief, and the police chief was angry. But in reality, what the police chief was angry about was the detectives who failed to do the job of trying to figure out, oh yeah, this guy was actually a serial killer right under their noses. And basically, yes, John Wayne Gacy was a charmer who had sort of, I don't want to say a political connection. And then, now this thing goes on for 6 episodes. The last episode and a half, I think, sort of spins its wheels. Considering, like the passage of time itself, clearly, yes, cold cases need to be solved. A lot of the unidentified victims are now being named, although, again, goes into another disputed territory here, involving a cop and the police department involving the possibility that there are bodies buried in where, the mother resided in her apartment building the cops are like, yes, there may not be anything down there. The company that rents out the equipment for, x-ray equipment or whatever you want to call it, they're like, clearly, yes, something could be down there. Also in this documentary, we also have a mother who has been engaged in a long-running battle with the police over the belief that her child was not a John Wayne Gacy victim, and she gets proof that obviously her son is on the grave. The police are like, no, that is your son. Again, as I said, a lot of these serial killers, they are a force of nature. They leave a lot of destruction in their wake. Obviously, they're left with the ruins of their lives. At least with two people that they constantly mention here. One has just refused to talk. We also get the voice recording of John Gacy's second wife here. And she basically is like, there was obviously a stench in the house. He clearly just sort of laughed it off, basically saying, oh yeah, it's just the drain pipes. I think this is just overly fascinating because you can't get enough serial killers. So folks, John Wayne Gacy, Devil in Disguise, have you seen this? What do you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Michael Rich on Twitter. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.